One thing you should never tell a narcissistic person is how you feel, because they will use your feelings against you to exploit you to get their needs met by you. Now, this can be incredibly challenging because when it comes to genuine people, most genuine people are willing to be open and honest and vulnerable with each other. So if someone came to you and said, hey, you said this and it made me feel like that, you kind of think, ooh, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. And you get to know each other on a different level. You get a greater awareness and understanding of who each other is as a person, so that you can learn and grow together, because we do all make those mistakes. We do all make those errors in judgment. So just as when somebody came to tell you how they felt, even if it's not something you've done as such, they're just going to tell you about something that has happened, and they're just looking for that support, and you're willing to support them. With genuine people, being open, being vulnerable, being honest about our feelings works very well. Narcissistic people, they're simply not coming from the same place. They're coming from a completely different thought process of all about me, myself and I, their sense of entitlement. They lack the empathy to care, and they're highly exploitative people. Therefore, they're going to use your feelings against you to exploit you, to get away with their behaviour. However, there's that added twist to it with a narcissist and their gaslighting, because they usually find a way to provoke that feeling within you in the first place. So a narcissistic person will happily triangulate you against other people. They'll happily compare you against other people to get you to question and doubt yourself. So if you tell a narcissistic person the things that you don't like about yourself, they will go all out to compliment another person about those things in front of you to make you feel more insecure. If you tell them how you feel, they're going to tell you that you're just being too sensitive, that you're insecure. And as you're feeling insecure, you can think, oh yeah, perhaps I am being a bit insecure. And they've just validated that feeling for you in the wrong way. So you go to them more for the validation, not realizing their validation is harming you, it's hurting you. A narcissistic person will go all out to stir those feelings of jealousy within you. And then when you go to communicate this with them, they'll accuse you of being too jealous. And with a narcissistic person, it's usually because they got hurt in some way. And this hurt can be something as simple as you saying to them, oh, next week I've said I'll go out with my friends. Is that okay with you? And they'll, yes, that's absolutely fine by me. You go and have a good time. And then when you're out, they're online flirting with people. They're hooking up with new sources of supply. And then when you inevitably find out about this, they accuse you of being the one with the trust issues. They go all out to provoke a negative reaction within you. So if you tell them that you don't like something, they will go all out to do it all the more. If you tell them a boundary, if you communicate a boundary with them of you don't particularly like something, they will walk straight over that boundary. And this is naturally going to build that sort of resentment within you and that frustration within you. And then the more you try to communicate this with them, the more they're going to attack you, the more they're going to accuse you of being too regimented, of not being able to take a joke. They're looking to humiliate you and then blame you for your humiliation. A narcissistic person will go all out to hurt you in some of the most unimaginable ways And because they've led you to believe that they care about you, when you go to discuss your feelings with them about how their actions have hurt your feelings, they're going to accuse you of being too sensitive, to mask the fact that they are some of the most insensitive people that you could ever meet. They're going to go all out to make you feel like there is something wrong with your perfectly normal feelings to their behaviour, to distract you from the fact that there is something very wrong with their behaviour, to the point where you become accustomed to their behaviour, believing their behaviour to be normal when it's far from normal. A narcissistic person will go all out to cause that resentment and anger within you. And then when you react in that manner, they're going to accuse you of being bitter, of being angry. And as you are angry, you can recognise the fact that you're in that mood. They're going to put you in a mood and then accuse you of being in a mood. When, well, in actual fact, yes, you are in a mood. So you question yourself and not the fact that it was them that led you to being in that mood in the first place. And instead of trying to rectify things with you, they're going to look to blame you, to shame you, to make you feel bad so that they can continue getting away with their toxic behaviour towards you. And then it's very difficult to sort of break free from them, because they will go all out to guilt trip you, to accuse you of not caring about them, of being selfish. So when you do try to separate yourself from them, they get offended by this. You go all out explaining your thoughts and your feelings to them, and they use your thoughts and your feelings against you to punish you. Yet when you stop explaining your thoughts and feelings to them, they accuse you of hiding things, of not being open, of not being honest. They get you into that catch-22 where if you're open and honest, they use it against you. If you remain silent, they use it against you and accuse you of being the narcissistic one, when in actual fact what you need to do is recognise their behaviour for what it is, so that you can learn the best coping strategy for you and your personal situation, which with a narcissist is usually to stop explaining to them. And then when they attack you for no longer explaining yourself to them, you can recognise why, rather than questioning yourself. You can think, yes, because the last time I explained myself to you, you did this. The time before that, they did that. So not to tell them directly, but so you no longer take their personal attacks personally, because they are going to get you to act in a manner that they can then accuse you of the manner that you are acting in, of being in the wrong. So you question yourself, you doubt yourself, you run to them for validation. So when it comes to narcissistic people, the number one thing you should never explain to them is your feelings. However, you also need to stop explaining to them your thoughts and your opinions, because if they do not match those of the narcissist, they're not interested. They're going to go all out to belittle you, to shame you, to humiliate you in some way, to criticize you, to mock you, to provoke those negative feelings within you, so that they can accuse your feelings of being in the wrong because you didn't match them. Yet by accusing your feelings of being in the wrong because you are having that emotional experience, you are left questioning your emotional experience and not their behaviour. A narcissistic person wants to convince you that your emotional reactions to their actions are the problem, when without their actions, you would not be having those emotional reactions. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support of the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you're unable to go no contact. I shall also add those into the description if you'd like to check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.